There was a very famous Buddhist monk in Japan. He is away from the noise of the world. He used to live by making his hut in solitude near a forest. His fame spread throughout the Japan because he was very meditative and enlightened person. Once the emperor of Japan came to him and said, I always feel very restless. There is a storm in my mind. Although I have a lot of money, those who people dream, then why there is so much restless and anxiety in me? Monk said, you know the answer yourself. Just never search for yourself. Would you do an experiment after which there will be no disturbance and anxiety in your life? Hearing this, the emperor got excited and said, tell me what should I do? Monk said, for the next 10 days, you will have to live the life of an ordinary person in his hut. And in these 10 days, you will speak as little as you can and will always sitting alone in a solitude. The king agreed with the monk's point. On the first day, the king's mind was more turbulent and full of storm and the hundred of questions in his mind. And at the same in the ordinary life, he was feeling uncomfortable. But he didn't take a single word out of his mouth all the day, as monk said, and sat quietly in solitude. By night, he started feeling a strange happiness. The restlessness inside him was dismissing. On the next day, the emperor sat quietly in a solitude, gazing at the plants, flower, leaves and the bird flying in the sky. Today, for the first time in his life, he has realized how beautiful the nature around him was. He watched and felt the nature with full awareness throughout the day. In this way, 3 and the 4 days has passed. By now, all the hustle and all the storm in the mind of the emperor has calmed down. On the morning of the 5th day, when the king sat in a solitude, after some time, his eye closed automatically and he went into meditation. He sat for the whole day with his eye closed and descending into a deep meditation. No words, no worries. Emperor was filled with the infinite peace and the joy from within. After spending the rest of his day meditating, the emperor appeared front of monk. He bowed down to monk and said, I have got the answer why there is so much anxiety and question inside me. Why is my mind is so restless and disturbed? Monk said, tell me what's the answer did you get? Emperor said, I used more word than necessary. All day long with his pupil, I used to talk useless things. And then, I used to think about the same thing in a private, because of which my mind became restless and more restless, and so did my body, and as a result, I will not able to do any work properly. And then I start failing in almost everything I did, and because of this failure, I became even more depressed and anger, which made my life completely head full of dull. But in this 10 days, I realized that I was living my life in a wrong way, and I also learned that you don't need to meditate, but meditation happens automatically when you are still, calm and silent. During the last few days of meditation, one of the first things I have learned is that the most important event in any human being's life is knowing ourselves. Hearing this, monk said, not only you, but the most of the people in the world speak excessively, even without wanting to waste their life. Gautam Buddha often told his discipline that the sharpest knife of the world is our tongue, which kill the pupil without any bloodshed. Our language and the word are also our weapon and also our weakness. If the right word are used with the right thinking at the right time, then it make a person successful. But if the game of a word is reversed, then it can also make human life hell. Once Gautam Buddha was asked by one of his disciples, Buddha, why are you silent most of the time? Buddha said, because in silence I can hear the divine within me. Silence is the first step to go down within yourself. Without silence, it is not possible to know yourself. The first condition of knowing yourself or understanding yourself is that you will be silent. Talking too much make cluster in the mind, by which we lose our control on our mind. People who talk too much can never be focused, and if you can't be focused, then you will not able to understand the truth of a life. After this, monk finished his talk and the emperor went back to his place. Guys, you must have noticed many times that the people who talk more often become the object of a laughter among people. And those who speak and stick to their words, people also respect them and listen to their words and trust too. Those who talk too much or not sure of their thoughts, their mind is unstable. And the people with the unstable mind cannot be successful in any work. If a person know when, where and what he has to talk about, then the personality of a such person become very attractive and he is successful in whatever he does. Guys, if we look a little deeper into a personality of a great and successful people, then we will find that such people end their talk in a few words as possible and think deeply about things. Those who speak more often also lie and do evil to people. That's why even their own people do not like them and try to avoid them. In our Indian book also it is said that our words are real Brahm Shakti. Here Brahm Shakti mean our inner life force. Brahm mean knowledge, and from silence came patience, and from patience come meditation, and from meditation we become aware of our life. So if we talk too much, we lose the silence, which is first pillar of our calm and still life. So guys, for a few days from today, we will also talk only what is needed and try to end our conversation in few words only, or give place to silence in our life. And if possible, we will try to sit quietly in a solitude for a time being in a day. I'm sure that this will definitely bring a positive change in our life, and maybe some of you will find the peace in yourself like that emperor did.